Hello and welcome back to the Pretty Spectacular Men podcast, featuring me. Fuck you. Featuring me. Fuck you.
Whoa!
Featuring me, Chance, followed by Alex and John.
I'm second. Fuck you.
I'm
I
John.
have to censor both of those. All right.
The Dunkin' Sunken.
Yes.
Chance, do you know what the Dunkin' Sunken is?
Nope.
Do you know what Dunkin' Donuts is?
Coffee shop.
It is a coffee shop and a donut shop. You want to know what a Dunkin' Sunken is?
No.
I want you to take a guess.
I don't want to take a guess.
Take a guess,
Yeah,
Chance.
that's
Take a guess.
What'd you call it? What was the name of this action?
Dunkin' Sunken.
You're sucking dick through a Dunkin' Donut.
That would be good, but no.
No, that's a
somebody
Dunkin'
gets a
Suckin'.
Yeah, sure. It's when somebody gets a Dunkin' Donuts coffee and you walk by, open the lid, and dunk your ball sack in it.
Yeah, good old tea bag. You tea bag
Just
the
a
coffee.
quick-
You call that
Just
a Dutch tea
quick
bag.
dip. A quick dip. And then you close it
quick
up,
one.
and there's just one Puebis left in there for them.
What the hell did you call that? A Puebis?
Puebis.
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 You go and get your nut juices all in there, and then they're like, what the fuck?
I hate this.
Yeah, you
Such a
can just do it
visceral
a few
reaction.
times, just like bloop,
Good
bloop,
luck
bloop,
getting
bloop,
Dunkin' Donuts coffee ever again, you fuckers.
I don't like coffee that much.
Well,
bloop. Saying
yeah.
I'm Dunkin'.
Okay.
Oh, God. All
All
right.
right.
Let's segue. Get out of here. Fuck you.
How about we talk about how we are? Chance, you drinking beer? It's 5 o'clock.
Damn right. 5 o'clock is the
Damn, bro.
morally acceptable time to start drinking beer.
It's 5:01.
6 o'clock's usually
Past 5
Okay.
o'clock. What can I say?
Chance said 5:01.
it's time.
Let me at him.
The sun is setting, and therefore it's acceptable.
The sun is setting and the beer is coming out.
Sun's pretty high in the sky
it's
over here.
absolutely bright there, but it's dark here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm all,
It's bright as hell there.
Sun
Alex
looks
is like
it's out.
midday right now, even though he's only an
Well,
hour
actually, out the
behind.
window.
Yeah, I'm facing the window.
I could be at
because
the
I'm
window and it wouldn't look like that.
because it's dark outside.
'Cause
You
it's
already
dark
said
there.
that.
All right. Anyway,
Massive
Chance, bring
honkers.
over those honking wallabies.
Bring over those honkabaconkers over here.
Oh,
Okay,
Chance.
go.
Oh,
Instead of-
Chance.
Instead of beer, let me drink your man milk.
All right, let's
what
move
the fuck
on.
is happening? I'm keeping all of this in just for you, Alex. All right,
talk about
5
your
minutes
boobs.
in. This is some fucking weird ass shit. How are you guys
I
doing
don't know what
today?
you're talking about. Alex, would you like to?
I'm good. It's fine if this gets posted now because I passed my backgrounds today, so
Oh, yeah?
they
No
find out I'm
criminal
sucking. If they
Now
yep,
it gets to be a little
I'm clear
sus.
for now. Yep. Yeah, because that would have failed me. They would have been like, "Nah, this guy is
I'm like,
sussy
the
baka.
fuck is
Don't
that?"
let him in." But good. I'm fighting with the tax man right now because taxes are great. Thanks,
Aren't we
America.
all?
But I'm gonna have to owe money, so listen to the entire podcast, please. We need money. Please.
Please listen like 10 times over.
Please listen, share, and have the other person share. Hold them at gunpoint if you have to.
Yes.
Yes. For our
Glad it's
2 fans
unanimous.
out there.
Maybe 2.
Glad
Bryce,
it's
do it,
unanimous.
not you.
Bryce, send it to our friends.
Alex, like, I could do this, but I choose not to.
Yeah, I could. I have sent it to a few. They always say, the first episode's not very good. And we're like,
We
I know.
Listen,
It's
listen
bad.
after that.
Go to the next one. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, we're figuring shit out, but it's better than the first. Good old
You don't
6
go
month
on-
gap.
You don't go and watch
how was your-
Markiplier's first video and say, damn, this is shit. I'm never watching this guy again.
True. How was your guys' Christmas and New Year's?
It was fine.
Yeah, I'm still working through Christmas candy.
Christmas?
I'm still working through Christmas candy.
Yeah.
See, we got the bag.
Damn, fatty.
Damn.
Just kidding.
Well, the bag's not full. There's like fucking 3 things left in there.
Why do you still have the bag then?
I'm too lazy to take it downstairs.
Felt like it.
You have to walk downstairs to get out of your house, Chance.
Yep. That's why I don't leave my house very much.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, New
All
Year's.
right.
I went to Alex's for New Year's with his in-laws and his wife, and we watched Wicked while his wife repeatedly made us shut up because we were talking a good amount through it.
So we talked on our notes app.
Yeah, we talked on our notes app.
We wrote out letters to each
I decided
other.
to pass the phone right in front of her face instead of actually talking.
I mean, yeah.
We didn't pass the phone. We were each on our selective
On our own.
phones.
Yeah.
She's just here like in front, and every now and then a phone just goes like,
Hey, here, look at this, John.
look at this meme.
I think one of the things I said was is the cooch green too?
Is the
He did
cooch
say that.
green? What the hell did you just say?
Well, it's about Wicked and the
The Wicked
main,
Witch of the West is green.
Is that
Yeah,
the
she's
Grinch's
green.
cooch?
Yeah. We were questioning if her cooch was green.
Yeah.
Growing moss, bro.
Okay.
Then I texted John because she's bald in real life. I was just like, bald.
Bald.
That's why I sent that picture in the
Bald.
group chat, Chance.
Yeah. And that's why I
That
sent an
bald-
Ariana Grande bald picture too, because I'm like,
Yeah, that bald chick.
bald.
There's some weird shit going on.
Of course.
We're just talking about bald. Seems to be a theme on this podcast.
Oh, we
Yeah.
love bald. Every Wojak guy uses
It's almost
bald.
as if Alex is wearing a hat for a reason.
Yep,
Bald.
I'm
Bald.
bald. Bald.
God. All right. Good small talk, fellas. This was
Yeah.
a great start to a chaotic episode.
Bryce, I hope
Chance.
you're happy because you said that I'm not enthusiastic. I hope you think I'm enthusiastic. You son of a bitch!
He's still not enthusiastic.
You're right.
It's a
John, why are you
fake.
so depressed? Anyway, topics, fellas. What do you got?
You're first.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's a rule we
Yeah.
live by. I
I
forgot
always
about
get
that.
yelled at, okay?
I know
'Cause
it's been I know it's been 2 weeks and we had a little break for New Year's and Christmas and stuff.
It's been a
But
while.
Chance, you gotta remember this. You gotta remember how
That's-
this goes.
All right,
That's
listen.
totally why. It's not like we haven't had time or anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. It was on purpose.
We took a break.
Oh yeah, it's not like I have 8 hours of footage of us playing Sons of the Forest or anything.
Nah,
It's fine. Could be more.
it could be
Alright.
a lot more.
It could definitely could be more, but
Yeah, it will be.
yep, eventually. All right, my topic for today, right, is childhood trauma. And I'm not talking about the time your uncle touched you. I'm talking about times you got hurt as a child.
Okay.
Emotionally or physically?
I don't care, just as long as you're not talking about your uncle fondling your nutsack.
Well, my uncle is John's dad, so that
Yeah.
hasn't happened.
That's
have another
fine.
uncle?
It could have happened. Have you asked his dad?
Eh, Fondle my nutsack? No, I haven't.
No, I meant if he has, not to fondle his nutsack.
I didn't know that's what this was about, Chance.
I meant, have you asked if he has, not to do it?
Hey, uncle, I know I'm a grown man, but come here and
This one's
fondle
not
my
childhood trauma, it's a
nutsack.
kink.
You asked him to what? Fondle my nuts?
That's what he asked.
That is not what I asked.
Go ahead, John.
Okay, mine is childhood crushes or also hear me outs. Any characters or any like
I suck at hear me
actors and
out.
shit. Well, that you would, hear me out for.
Too busy crying.
My turn?
Yes.
No, mine's not childhood themed. Mine's gonna be the topic of relationships. We're gonna talk about. It's kind of like John's, kind of, not really, but kind of, but kind of.
But kind of.
We're gonna talk about relationships, past trauma in relationships, future relationships you want,
Mm.
and you can give advice. You can give bad advice. You can do whatever you want about relationships. You can be like, I stalked this woman out front of Walmart.
Okay.
With a
Hey, like
dream
the fat people.
relationship. Yep. That's it.
That's
right.
a reference. I swear, it's the reference to the off the rails.
To call back.
Yeah, it's a callback. I swear.
We all know I don't kidnap fat people. They're too heavy for me.
True.
Here at Pretty
Just medium
Spectacular Men,
size.
we love fat people.
Yep.
For the most part.
It's alright. I'm fat. We're allowed to diss them just a little bit.
All right, we need to do a vote now.
Yeah. John, what was yours?
No, Chance, you said you top tick. You
You're
think
first.
first. You go first.
You said the top tick.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
asking what your thing was.
Oh,
Like
childhood
in-
crushes or hear me outs. Yeah, I think it goes the same way, basically.
It's either that or we talk about relationships. I don't want to do that, so I guess I'm doing John's.
Alex, I want you to go first.
No, John, vote.
That's what I mean. I want you to vote first.
I literally said John, vote.
Fine. Chance, what was yours again? Childhood traumas,
Yes.
and Alex's was relationships. Shit. I kind of want to give bad advice for
Oh,
relationships.
shit. All right. So you're telling me... Wait, who choose? Chance, you chose John. John, you chose me.
Yeah.
I'll choose chances. I'll choose chances.
I could
actually.
bring this to a wheel.
No wheel, please.
We have another
I don't really
wheel.
have any good hear me out. Let's go hear me out. I don't really have any. Every time we talk about it at work, what?
So you're like, I don't have any. Let's do that one anyways.
Well, I have tons of trauma.
Exactly. That's why we're doing it.
We can talk about childhood trauma then, yeah.
That was a very indecisive episode. All right.
I go back on my
Got a
vote.
lot-
Childhood trauma.
We got a lot on our minds, okay?
All right. We can
Like
let's
trauma.
talk about our childhood
Like
trauma. All right. Specifically, this childhood trauma will involve times we got fucking hurt as a result of idiot child behavior.
Fun.
That wasn't specified in the topic.
I specified it in my notes app.
No. All right,
Whip it out.
Chance. Start with the stories, big dog.
All right. I have several stories of childhood trauma. Why are you showing us green tea?
For Alex.
Talking about it at work.
Yeah.
All right. Specific instances of childhood trauma. I have a story that is not necessarily my own, but it is an instance of childhood trauma, and I find it be funny as fuck.
Are you on a Reddit story?
No,
Okay.
I'm not on Reddit.
I definitely believe you. Mm-hmm.
There's no Reddit. Anyway, so you know, as a child, typically you have bikes. You like to ride them around because there's nothing better to do as a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just for reference, this was going to be the initial topic, but
Yeah.
it didn't ride bikes. I did. I was just good at it. Didn't fall.
All right. This story, I didn't
Can we
fall
say-
off the bike.
Can we say? I don't know
Probably
if I've
not.
censored it in the past.
Less fortunate in the brain department.
Yeah.
Less fortunate in the brain department. All right.
Just copy and paste that over the
Mentally
retarded.
handicapped.
Relatively.
At least a little.
Anyway, I was out riding bikes with my cousin, as you do when you're a child. And this cousin, I always invited him out to my house to hang out, right? We had an Xbox, but sometimes we were like, let's go outside, let's do something.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be like a youth group, but that shut down, so we'd evolved into riding bikes, and that was it. Oh, fuck. Cut
Good
that.
story.
Sick.
Yeah, so anyway, one fateful evening, we were out riding our bikes, right? And we have like we have this main street where I live, and it's essentially what the fuck was that?
I had to
Nothing.
get that out. Sorry.
I had to tweak a little bit.
I didn't want to do just a little like. So I had to get one. Sorry, continue.
All right, so we have this main street in my town, right? And it's pretty much downhill all the way to the fucking lake almost.
Your entire town is one street.
My entire town is like maybe like seven, maybe seven different
Maybe
roads.
6 streets.
Something like that. Anyway, we were on top of the main street, and it's a small town, there's not much to see, so we do what every child would do: go to the top of the biggest hill we have, and just let our bikes take us down. And I was there with my 2 cousins. One of which was borrowing my mom's bike at the time because he lives out of town, didn't have a bike. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Keep going. It's fine.
Just keep going. We're not doing anything.
We're listening. We're just listening.
Alex is doing the air guitar version of sucking dick.
No,
you can't say it. We don't have video. They can't watch us do it.
Playing the air guitar. Chance, is someone behind you?
I hope not. You have to look back and see. You weren't fast
keep
enough.
Going, Chance. Sorry.
All right,
plenty fast
we're at
enough.
the top of the main street, and there's a big ass hill. And in our child brains, we're like, let's ride down this hill as fast as we fucking can.
Of course.
All right, so
That's
we're
what
like,
it
all
does.
right, well, we'll race each other, right? And then we're like halfway down this hill going fast as hell, right? 2 of us decide, oh, wait, let's stop off at the park. So we're braking in the middle of the road, and we stop. And we have one of my cousins who was, falling behind a little bit. He comes in extremely hot. He comes in like a fucking rocket. He's coming in.
Who's coming?
And he's coming in, screaming, "My brakes don't work! My brakes don't work!" And the way he chose to stop himself was to crash directly into the chain link fence.
Oh my god!
That's a pretty good stopping mechanism.
He rocketed over the curb right into the fucking side of the fence.
He's a badass. I don't know about you.
I'll never forget that. The bike, the whole front fucking wheel was it was fucked.
Did he walk it back?
Yeah, dude, that bike ain't riding anymore. The bike is
He could
now
have used it like a unicycle.
It was in the scrap pile the longest time in the backyard. That fucking thing was fucked. He was on the floor like half laughing, half sobbing from fucking pain. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it probably hurt a lot.
Hey, he's fine now, right?
Caused irreparable damages.
Well, he went to jail, so maybe.
Oh!
Anyway, that is my story. Well, one of my stories of that specific instance
That's it,
of
guys.
childhood
That's my entire story.
That's the only instance I've ever hurt myself as a child. I didn't even hurt myself. It was me laughing at
I
someone
wasn't
getting
even
hurt.
you.
No, I have more, but I'm leaving room for one of you guys to.
Go ahead,
Phil.
John. Do you got anything?
I'll do another bike one too.
I also have a bike one.
Hell yeah, we got bike ones first. We're doing the original topic. So about 14 years ago was the first time that I went to the Azores. The Azores are islands in Portugal. My grandparents own 1 or 2 houses there.
That's the brand of a laptop, Azor.
Totally.
If you're
Shut
going to
the
rob
fuck up.
anyone on this podcast, rob John.
Please don't do it. Rob
Would you
Alex,
go?
I'll tell you his address. All right.
Tell you John's too.
Shit, yeah, it works either way.
We can tell you chances too. You can choose.
True. You can try to go there. You don't
Yeah.
have much success.
We have some Canadian listeners, about 9%.
We do?
We do. Continue with
Anyways,
your bike.
anyways, I was learning to ride my bike there for the first time, and I had training wheels and stuff. Actually, no. We took the training wheels off very early there, and at that point in time, all the roads where we were at were lava rock. So
Fuck
I
with
learned.
lava rock.
What'd you say?
Magma. Hardened magma.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you
like,
mean
very
literal
lava
fucking
rock.
lava.
Yeah, it is very coarse, like sandpaper-esque concrete made of like fucking dried up lava, cooled off lava, whatever.
Dried up.
Is lava wet? I don't know.
I mean, it cools down. It is a liquid.
Yeah, see?
All right, enough of the lava rock.
I had to learn to ride my bike on that, and I fell so many times. My knees were so fucked up after that trip.
Is that like riding
Spent
your
too much
bike
time
on
on his
gravel?
knees.
Okay. Yes. It's like rubbing your knees on sandpaper constantly from falling off the bike.
So you get advanced road rash.
Yes. With
Road
like 80
gash.
grit with like 80 grit sandpaper. Yeah,
Your story?
that's my short little story. I learned to ride my bike there. It hurt a lot.
Hey, but you learned. Don't fall.
Oh, I learned after a week of us being there, it's like I can ride the bike perfectly now.
After
no
a week,
training wheels.
I was unrecognizable, but I could ride a bike.
Yep, my face was
Kind of.
planted sometimes.
All right, my turn for bike story.
Yes.
So when I was a kid, we used to actually play with all my neighbors because they were nice, kind of, for the most part. My dad only threatened to send one of them to jail when he turned 18. Anyway,
yeah.
What? What?
did you guys ever, as kids, ride your bike and put like the paper or a water bottle at the back so it
Oh,
sounded
yeah,
like
you put the pop can right above the tire.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We were doing that one day, driving around, and my bike had front brakes. And I was getting a little too close to a curb. I'm speeding, going in circles. I got my AirPod, not even AirPods, just like wired headphones in. And I'm like, dude, this is sick. I put my head, like, my arms up and my head in to where, like, I'm looking through the handlebars.
Mm-hmm.
I lift my head back up. There's a curb right in front of me. I slam on those brakes, skid 3 feet, and the bike goes tail over head. And I just face first into the concrete. I was fine.
You got curb stomped by the bike.
Yeah, bro,
I have a
curb
lot of-
stomped himself.
I have a lot of head trauma, as you can
Why
tell.
he's so smart
I
now.
know. Like, I know.
Very smart.
Mhm.
Cut that out. You can't have that in.
I think
all
that's
this-
my
all
only bike story.
All this bike talk reminded me of another bike story that I had. This one was actually me. I did this. This was me.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, we're at the top of my street, actually, and there was a new kid that, like, moved in behind us. So I was
Tortured
hanging out
him.
with him, riding bikes. And we were like, oh, yeah, let's race down the road. So we go to the top of the street, and, we're at the top of the street, as you are when you go to the top of the street. It's all downhill. This entire town is, like, fucking...
One wolf breath away from collapsing.
sliding into the fucking lake. Anyway, we're at the top of the hill. We're about to race. And we're like, all right, first one to the bottom wins. So we set off. I'm on the right. He's on the left. We're fucking speeding along. And, we're about to pass my house, which is where the stopping point was. So, I'm slowing down. He's still going fast. And for some reason, he cuts right in front of me as I'm stopping. And we get into like a fucking T-bone collision, right? He fucking cuts me off. So I go
Whack.
flying off this bike, landing on the fucking pavement, rolling around on the fucking rocks and shit. Fucking scraping up every part of my body. And I fucking lay on the ground. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Yeah. Then I go fucking limping into the house. I get patched up.
Mom.
Mom, help me, I'm scared.
Exactly
Mom,
that
I
happened.
got fucked up.
Mom, I fucking tried to do a front flip.
Mom, I can't do
Failed.
BMX.
Mom, I'm not meant to be a skateboarder. That was me. That's my mental trauma. That's how I got brain damaged.
I have a story of me on a bike from college.
Oh,
All
no.
right. This should be the
Oh.
bike episode.
I wasn't a kid, but it was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Me and my friends
I
went
was
to
18.
my buddy's beach house, and he had electric bikes, 2 of them. So we were like, "Oh, this is gonna be absolutely rad."
Mhm.
He lived on an uphill
God,
thing,
he's
so
old.
like if you went down, you went downhill. So me and my other friend were just like, "Dude, this is gonna be sick. Crank it." We just down this hill, and then there's a street that goes long way, like
This intersection.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, an intersection, and we decide we're like, there's no stoplight there. Let's blow through it. We blow through that intersection. It's fine. We're like, okay, let's turn around. Let's go back. Other guys probably want to turn. We start heading back the other way, and there's this cop chilling on a corner, and he's just like,
Just looking.
what you doing, big dog? We freaking whip past that boy. Almost get hit by a car, and the cop going too fast. He didn't even see us. We get back to the house as we see the cop start driving up the hill, and we close the garage so fast. We look out the window, and the cop slowly drives by the house.
Woo.
And we were just like, this is fine.
You just sees 3 people staring at him through little garage windows.
Yeah, we're all just like,
fucking
hey.
kids.
He's like, the fuck? You're like you're
Sorry,
running like a
don't
mini
run-
meth
ass
lab in
man.
there.
Don't run through intersections, guys. It's bad.
Yeah.
You'll get arrested or hit by a car.
Especially as a grown ass man.
Oh,
I wasn't a
God.
grown-ass man.
How old are you?
We're an adult.
Probably like 19.
You're an adult.
2 years ago, I wasn't a grown ass man.
No, I
Legally, I
wasn't a
am.
grown-ass
Mentally, I
man.
was not.
I was an adult, not a grown man.
What's the difference? No, I'm curious.
One's a grown man, one's an
Mental
adult.
fortitude.
Men
Fair.
actually don't completely develop their brain until they're 25.
So we're
I
all
heard of that.
underdeveloped.
Same as the frontal lobe. That's like the main thing. The frontal lobe
the
doesn't
frontal
develop
lobe
until
doesn't develop
25.
until you're 25.
I have heard
That's
some
why
stuff that
we're
the
all-
body isn't fully grown either, though.
But we're still growing.
Yeah.
Chance, you have hope.
Not height wise. I've been the
Not
same
height-wise.
five. I've been the same 5'7" I've been in since fucking junior high.
I guess you're
I'm
right.
literally
Technically, everyone
fucking
can grow.
Leonard from The Big Bang Theory, but less smart.
Well, at least you got something going for you. Can I tell you guys something that didn't hurt me, like physically?
Sure.
Sorry, it's painful.
Bro's got a fucking. Bro has a taser that's set to go off on a timer at the desk.
So anyway, it was
This
Christmas.
video's gonna be something else when we get that. I tell you what.
I'll have to wear clothes.
Yeah.
What?
She's naked right now. Okay,
Start
yeah, he's actually
stripping.
getting naked. Okay.
It was Christmas one day. One day there was Christmas.
Yeah,
This is
only
true.
one.
He's not wrong.
It was Christmas one year, and I got a keyboard, like one of the piano keyboards you could play on. I was so excited about this keyboard, and one of the kids down the street, he was a bully. It's the one my dad told he was going to take him to jail when he turned 18. I left my keyboard outside for a second and went inside for like 5-10 minutes maybe. I came back out, and every key off of my keyboard was ripped off. And the
Holy
kid was
shit.
gone. He ripped the keys off the keyboard and threw them on the floor. I was so sad. I started crying and went to the house. I told my parents, and my dad marched over to this guy's house and was like, "Your fucking kid needs to buy me a new keyboard." Blah, blah, blah. I never got that keyboard.
How old are you?
12.
Holy shit. I've never heard of that.
I could have been a musical genius, folks.
Could have.
If it weren't for that keyboard that got
now he's
murdered.
technologically illiterate. Oh, because of that
Now
one
I'm-
incident.
I'm a boomer.
He is a boomer. He's the boomer of the group.
He is very old.
Yeah,
Older than
he's
time,
ancient.
some might say.
I just have very short stories. Like there was this one time in 3rd grade, I vividly remember it. I was doing track. I did track all through high school and everything, but it started in 3rd grade. To paint a picture for you, the track is made of large gravel rocks.
Mhm.
And I'm running my heart out. The first race of the game is the 4x100. I'm sprinting my heart out with the baton.
Had you running
I
that
eat-
in fucking 3rd grade?
Yeah, it was probably like 50 yards.
Let's say that's a lot for a fucking 3rd
I was
grader.
running my heart out. I tripped and ate absolute shit. I tripped so hard, I scraped my knee wide open, and my side had a probably inch-deep gash.
Holy shit.
But I got up. I finished that race.
I got him!
I handed the baton to my second-place guy, limped off the field, and laid there with my arms spread wide. My grandpa, he's passed now, but he was a real one. He had a first aid kit in his car. He came to my rescue. My dad, him, my grandpa.
He wasn't gonna let me bleed out in the field.
He wasn't gonna let me die.
Over to me. They ran over to me with a first aid kit and said, "We've got you, son." They picked me up in their big, strong, manly arms and carried me to the car, where they fixed me up with a big Band-Aid.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I still have rocks in my knee.
I bet.
Like rocks in
believe
your
it.
head as well.
Big rock, probably like an inch in diameter, that was just lodged in my knee for like a month. And we were getting the little gravel pebbles out of my knees for weeks. And then the next day we went on a field trip to a park, and I still went. I had a fat bandage covering my side and my knee. It was fun.
I mean, you don't fucking say no to field trips like that, bro. Are you kidding me?
True.
Exactly. I don't have to go to school.
At my school, if you don't go to the field, well, it used to be at my school. If you didn't go to the field trip, you got to sit in class and do worksheets all day.
See, I could have stayed home because I was hurt.
You could have.
You could have.
Yeah, an excuse.
I would have just
but
stayed
I wanted
home.
to go on that field trip. I went
But I wanted
to
to
fucking track meet at my school was fucking. I always hated track meet because there was never an option. They were always like, "All right, this one day out of the whole year, you guys get to do track," and it's like a whole meet and shit. And like for like weeks and weeks prior, you got to sacrifice your lunch break to go practice track and field, whether you wanted to or not. every recess, every fucking lunch break gone.
No food for you. Run, boy.
It's literally that. I always have, ever since like that, I've always had like a disdain for fucking track and field.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Once I got into high school, once I got into high school, they were like, "You don't have to if you don't want to." I'm like, "I'm not going to." Thanks.
You can't make me.
I was like, "Hell no, I ain't doing that shit ever again."
That's chances true childhood trauma.
Yeah,
Exercise.
being forced to exercise. It's all right.
True.
I'm really trying to think of ones that I had because I know I was a fucking stupid kid and I got hurt a lot. I remember nearly none of it.
I remember a story for John.
I remember another one too, but you say it for me.
him?
I just remembered one.
Yeah, it's about John. I just happened to be there. So John and I are cousins. Everyone knows this. We were at their house right now, and John used to have anger issues for everyone.
Hella, yeah.
Fun fact: John was an angry motherflucker, dude.
He's a very angry kid.
Man, angry.
Specifically to my brother because he tormented me.
John has a bookshelf in his bedroom.
Is this one?
There was one time we were all hanging out.
On himself?
No, it wasn't him. There was one time we were all hanging out. We just happened to be in the room playing games or something, and John and his brother started fighting, and his brother got pit. When they fought, they were like throw punches. And his brother pushed him to the ground, grabbed the bookshelf, and dumped it on John. John was literally like,
I was being fucking crushed.
Screaming and crying.
Literally,
our parents literally came sprinting down the stairs to find John under a freaking solid wooden bookshelf.
Explains why John's so good at yelling. Explains why John's so good at being loud.
They just picked up the bookshelf and checked if John was fine, and John immediately got up and ran for his brother. They're fine now, but the bookshelf is still
John's
there.
childhood trauma. His brother.
The bookshelf is still in his room.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Is it the? Which one was it? Okay, let me clarify.
To the right.
I don't remember this actually happening to me. I remember accounts of this. I remember other people's perspectives of this.
You got brain damage from the bookshelf.
He would go into a fugue state when he was angry.
I saw red when I got pissed.
Full naked fugue state.
When you walk into your room, John, you turn right. It's that bookshelf.
Okay.
A big ass wood one.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Wasn't
you guys have the same story or
no? Okay, so the one that I have it happened to me. I didn't do anything technically to make it happen. Well, okay. So
I'm an angel.
Yes. It was in middle school. No, probably before middle school. This was elementary school. This is an actual childhood story.
So was the one of you getting crushed by a bookshelf?
True, but not the one of you in college riding bikes.
That's literally the one story. That's not in childhood.
Yeah. I was in elementary school and we were at recess. We were playing soccer. Like the whole class was playing soccer. And at that time, I was really good at soccer. I'd always played soccer during that time. Me and one of my other friends, I don't know if I should say his name. I won't. I will. His name was...
I'll save his name is Smorgas.
Yeah, Smorgas. His name was Smorgas.
Classic English name.
Yeah, we're playing
Smorgas
soccer.
Lee Vanderbilt.
We were playing soccer. This might have been during PE, but I'll just continue. I don't remember specific.
We were playing soccer.
We were playing soccer at school. And me and him we didn't battle or have feuds, but we were almost like rivals in soccer because we were like known as like the two best soccer players or whatever the fuck because we actually played soccer for like leagues. He had the ball. I was coming in and I fell my head right next to the ball, like right in front of the ball. And he was already in motion to punt that bitch as hard as he could. And I got my nose. It didn't break, but it felt like it did. Just
John
like
got absolutely rocked.
The hardest kick you can think of that wouldn't break your nose got right to my face in elementary school.
By a kid.
Yeah, by another kid. It was an accident. I think. Maybe.
I have a funny story. It's not sport. It has a sport thing in it.
Oh yeah.
When I went in third grade, so like first, second grade, I went to one school that was closest to my house. And then in third grade, they did this whole wonky thing in our school district where they sent all of the kids to this one elementary school. So I went to this elementary school. That's where I met Bryce. We've referenced him a few times. He'll probably be the first guest on this podcast.
Most
Thanks,
likely.
Bryce. Anyway, that's where I met him and some friends. But I would go to the nurse all the time because I had problems. Still do. Yeah. I had problems, that is, not go to the nurse.
We all know why you still go there.
I used to go all the time, but I was walking, I remember vividly, walking with my 4 friends that I had. Only 4, I know, sad.
Me and my 4 friends on our way to the fucking nurse's office.
No. I was walking backwards, and there's these big basketball hoops that probably have a 3-inch thick, like, steel pole that hold them up so the kids can't break them, right? I'm walking backwards, and then I go to turn around, and boom! I whack my head. I blacked out for like 3 minutes. I woke up in the nurse's office and had a goose egg that came an inch off of my forehead.
Oh.
I couldn't even wear hats because that thing was just all... Like, imagine when you get a boner and you pitch a tent. That was my freaking head in a hat.
Bro got a head boner.
Dude, that thing was bad. And I remember I got a concussion from that.
I believe it.
Still do.
Probably.
It's never stopped.
Yep.
I had a lot of things dropped on my head, though. I was telling you boys earlier. My mom, I give her crap all the time. We used to, I don't even know if we have it anymore, but she used to have this big vase, like 40 pounds. I was probably 10 years old. She was carrying it. My dad's a fireman, so he was out one day. She was carrying it, asked me to help her, like, move a table or something, so I moved it. And she dropped the vase, and it hit me right in the head. It hit me right on top of the head, and then landed on her foot. And before making sure her son's okay, she's like, "Oh, my foot!" Ah! As I'm there, like, oh.
They're unconscious on the floor.
And she was like, "Oh, my foot!" Vase. And then I grabbed my head, and she's like, "Alex, are you okay?" And I was like,
"Oh no."
Yeah, I was like, "I don't think so." And she's like, "Well, at least your head broke the fall for my foot." I was like, "Thanks, Mom."
Thank you for being so considerate.
I tell her that all the time. I'm like, "I probably have brain damage because of you, Mother."
both
Have you guys ever had
genetically and
whiplash?
physically.
Have you guys
I
ever
know.
had whiplash? No?
No.
I have had it one time it's such a weird instance. It was also in elementary, well, 6th grade for us. At my school, 6th grade was considered middle school, but everyone
John
else
went
is
to a-
considered Cut that out. Don't dox me. There's only like one in this town, Alex.
Well, our town doesn't say.
I
haven't
probably
said
said
what-
at some point. I don't know. If I say it in the future, automatically it's gonna connect.
They're gonna be looking for it.
I don't.
Yeah, they're
I
going to
want
dive
no
into the school's
chances.
records to get John's identity.
No chances.
We've already doxed John.
Yes.
So it's fine.
It was in 6th grade. It was just normally in class. It was like the day before. It was the period before going out to lunch or PE. I think not PE. Lunch or recess. I gotta be specific because of what's happened. I was just sitting in class, and then I think I dropped something like on the ground, and I grab it and I kind of whip myself up to not be on the ground. And dude, I just saw stars. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And like a minute later, class had ended, so we were all walking out of class, and I cannot walk straight. I am bumping into everything. My vision starts going black. All I'm hearing is like ringing. And I'm like, I'm going deaf. I'm going blind. This is it for me. And somehow I make it to the front desk. We didn't have a nurse. We had front desk people that kind of knew nursing shit. I made it over there, and I couldn't hear or see anything. I made it there. I'm like, I'm deaf and I'm blind. I can't see or hear. Please help me. I can't tell
Help
if
me!
you're talking
I am
back to
Helen
me.
Keller.
Way
Yeah,
to
I'm
not cause panic, John.
I'm literally announcing this, and I'm like, I can't see or hear. Please help me. I don't remember any. I like blacked out basically after that because I don't remember anything else.
Way to not make everyone in the fucking office department worry about you.
I was like,
They're
please
just like,
help me.
"Oh,
I cannot see or hear.
Like their first thought is like, "Oh shit, this child just went deaf and blind on our watch.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big ass lawsuit."
Yeah, I couldn't even tell, like, I can't hear myself for what I'm saying, so I'm just kind of feeling my way around, like, I'm
Yeah,
deaf and
How the
blind.
fuck did you make it there if you can't see?
Well, because
He
like
followed the sunlight.
it started going black as soon as I was like a couple feet out of the doorway, like in front of the doorway for it. So I just kind of like made my way barely there, like stumbled my way because I was like lightheaded the whole way there too. And my ears were already ringing by the time I got out of class. Some people were coming up to me like, hey, John, you want to go do this? And I literally said to them, I can't hear anything. I need to go to the office.
I'm literally dying.
I thought I was dying. I thought I was being Helen Kellered.
I remember
I
a
was so
time
scared.
everyone who grew up with brothers had their WWE phase. Where you would
I got
fight,
another story.
you would fight with your brother doing WWE
I have so many
things.
of these stories, bro. Are you
I
kidding
have
me?
so many stories
many.
now.
I don't have a brother,
remember-
but I have cousins that I fucking abused.
And we did that too. But this story is regards to my brother.
Mhm.
He had I don't
dead
know,
now.
I don't remember if it was me or him, but we were doing WWE things like attitude adjusting each other, pile driving each other, you know, the fun stuff.
Yep.
And one time,
Alex
I think
pile
he
driving his
either,
brother since childhood.
he
Common theme
either
here.
he either attitude adjusted me or vice versa. But one of us like hit the bed and flew off, and he had a TV stand in his room. And one of us, I remember, hit the corner of the TV stand on like the bottom part of our skull, and blood was just
right on
It
the
was
brainstem.
it was Brody. It was Brody.
It
I think I
was?
remember that. I think I remember that.
I think
So
if
I
Alex
did it to
can't
him.
remember, it was probably him. I can't
I did
remember,
it to
but it
him.
was
There's a
one of
chance it
us.
was him.
I did it
I
to him.
remember
He
it
hit his
being
head on
dirty,
the
though.
corner and was just like spewing out blood.
Mhm.
And my parents were like, "What was that?" And I was all,
Ah.
"Nothing."
I just killed my brother. Nothing
I
important.
was like, "I'm just kidding. Come here. He's bleeding a lot." And they ran and he was gushing blood. They stopped it, took him to the hospital, got that fixed up. They were like, "Alex, were you guys doing WWE again?" And I was like,
No, he just fell.
Yeah, he just fell on it.
I don't know what happened. I promise. He just tripped and I pushed him. I mean, he's tripped.
I mean,
He just tripped and somehow levitated onto the TV stand. Really weird.
he's fine now. I don't think there was a TV on there or anything, but
yeah. I want to
Just a
say
solid
one.
wood stand.
I want to say one more before I let Chance go. I let Chance finally have a story after me and Alex
taking
going
all of
back
his
and forth.
conversations.
So this was again like middle school. We're at I don't want to be mean, but we weren't exactly like friends with him. We kind of low key bullied him. I didn't. I tried being friends with him, especially at the end. But we went.
Makes it sound like he's
we went
dead,
to his
but-
house. No, he's not
Make it sound
dead.
like he's dead.
No, he's not
tried to be
He went to his
friends
dead.
house
with him,
and stole all his
especially at the
food and
end.
beat his ass.
We went to his house for a birthday party. It was like Minecraft themed, because Minecraft was big at the time. It was
Still
epic.
is.
He had some cool shit. Yeah, true. And it got later in the night, like probably past midnight, and we just started. There was this one friend of ours. We just started jumping on him. Like he was on the ground in the middle, and there was kind of couches surrounding it. And for some
They
reason,
raped
he
him.
had a blanket on him, and all of us were dogpiling on him. He was kind of at the time, the friend that we not teased, but like physically abused, you know? So we were jumping on him, and at some point, we started doing WWE moves on him. And I get the great idea to put him in a tombstone pile driver, not knowing how to do it properly.
John broke the kid's neck.
So how you're supposed to do a pile driver in WWE is you have the person's head not at the knees, so it actually doesn't hit the ground. What I did was I had his head at my knees.
I had his head 5 inches below my knees.
Yeah. So he didn't fall on his neck, thankfully, but he fell on his face, on his nose, and that bruised the shit out of his nose. It nearly killed him, because if his nose broke, it could have shot into his brain from how we were positioned.
So John's
John
confessing
could
to
murder a
attempted
child.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
It wasn't attempted, it was accidental.
There was no premeditation.
Nothing happened. Everything was fine
No,
after.
manslaughter
I
isn't
talked to him.
premeditated.
I talked to him not that long ago. He's still alive. He's in the army right now.
So he's gonna come back and pile driver your ass.
Probably.
He is.
If he ever hears this, yes, he's probably going to do that.
All right, Chance, you can tell your story now.
Yeah.
Damn, I have so many fucking stories from. I used to have a trampoline, right? You know, boingy boingy.
Yeah.
You guys know what that is, right?
I had one, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. So I had one of these. I actually had two of them when the other one broke. So anyway, we had my younger cousin. He's like, you know him, who's Logan. He's like less than a year younger than me. And we had my other two cousins. They're both older than me by a couple of years. And we had them over, we had him over, and we're all on the fucking trampoline. We're like, all right, it's time. We're going to have a fight right here, right now. So of course, I was a small child. Like I didn't weigh a whole lot. I didn't have any muscle or anything. So my two older cousins were fucking throwing me around like I was nothing. And of course, my younger cousin's even smaller than me. So I was fucking assaulting his ass because, you know, I'm bigger than him. Not by much, but enough. Yeah. So anyway, I put his head over my shoulder. I grab him, Randy Orton RKO style. And I fucking jump up in the air, drop my body weight.
Oh.
I damn near snapped his neck.
Oh, we had similar experiences then.
Is he fine?
Yeah. He's still alive. He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine for now.
Yeah, but I fucking drove it down. I did I don't want to say a flawless execution, but for a child, it felt like I did
close.
it felt like I did something very cool. But
we had very similar experiences, huh?
Yeah.
Both almost murdered somebody as a child.
Looking back on it, I probably could have killed them.
Oh yeah.
Never. I didn't think about it that way till just now, but it makes sense.
I remember having a big stuffed lion I used to use as a WWE thing.
I remember that because we both did.
Yeah, we'd beat its ass.
We beat that. We beat it so hard.
We did very hard.
Beat the lion.
Beat the lion. I liked lions as a kid. Not anymore.
Yeah, fuck lions.
Lions the ops for real.
I remember the time on my trampoline. I had one of my cousins over, as I do.
Mm-hmm.
We were fucking bouncing around on there, and somehow he lost his balance but kept bouncing. So he went fucking boing, boing, and fucking jumped right off the trampoline. Yeah, he fucking jumped and landed on the ground. And he was down there writhing in pain for like 20 minutes.
You just left him there?
MP3.
I was too busy laughing at him.
For 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, bro. Are you kidding me? He was down there for so long.
Yeah, just laughing at how he killed someone.
These are so many memories I haven't thought of in so many years. It's fucking hilarious.
I know, right?
I can't think of it anymore.
There's another time. The same cousin.
Keep going.
We one of the springs on the trampoline went mysteriously missing one day. We didn't know where the fuck it went, so we were like, fuck it. Don't go near that side of
his body.
Don't go near that side of the trampoline, I guess. We were bouncing around. Of course. He goes near that side of the trampoline. He makes 3 big bounces and fucking falls through the fucking trampoline.
Holy shit.
It fucking tore right through the fucking canvas. And he was fucking on the floor.
Chance is crying. His entire desk is shaking.
Stop! It's bad for editing.
It's too fucking funny, bro. I can't. Oh my god. I have so many fucking stories from the trampoline.
So much.
We're never allowed to have a trampoline as a kid.
Yeah, you guys came over if you wanted to use the trampoline.
God.
John had a pool too.
If you had a trampoline as a kid, you fucking... Oh, you have so many stories you could probably tell.
I remember nearly nothing about it though, because not much happened to ours.
It was insane.
We weren't fucking stupid.
So much happened on ours.
Ours
didn't have balls. Ours didn't have balls. Ours was open.
Oh.
Which made it much worse, and I'm surprised nothing happened, or at least nothing that I can remember.
God, we used to put water and soap on ours and fucking bounce around on it. Those were the days right there. That was fun. That was fun.
Do you remember those slip and slides that you do, the just rubber ones, and you put soap and water on it?
Yeah.
This is literally childhood trauma. I remember watching a show as a kid, The 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
And I used to love going on those slip and slides, but I saw one episode on YouTube because I was too scared to watch it.
Or some shit.
No, this guy, they were having a party at like some foreclosed house that was being built or something in the backyard, and they put down the slip and slide into a pool, but they didn't know they put it over like a 3-inch railroad spike. So the guy, they lubed it up and everything, and he went down the slide, and it literally shows the video of the nail hitting him in the sternum and cutting him straight down the center. I was quite literally traumatized as a child.
God.
Every night I'd go to bed and have nightmares about that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my dad used to watch that show all the time.
It's a good show, like the one where the guy snorts the cocaine and it's actually diamonds.
Or that guy gets chopped up by the wood chipper.
That's not that bad.
Can't lie, I didn't really watch many, so I don't remember any episodes.
There was one that I remember. There was one that I remember but I have no. This might have been like a nightmare I had about the show. I can't tell because it's so like ingrained that I think it's a real thing. There's like one scene in that show where they're like, this guy's like laying on like a massage table or something, and like the fucking doctor leaves for a second, and he hears like buzzing in the walls, and like he goes to look through like the fucking like the power outlet or some shit. I don't know why, but
Vibrator.
he did that. And like there was like this big ass like, you know those like hornet eyes and how they're like fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
There's like a giant one of those staring back at him, and then they come like busting through the wall like these giant fucking huge ass hornets, and they
Holy
sting
shit.
the guy to death.
Oh, what the
and
fuck?
like yeah, like the fucking stinger's like 2 feet long. Like I can't remember if that was an actual episode or if that was a horrible
It doesn't
nightmare I
sound
had.
like an accidental episode.
I don't know, but I remember it as if it is one. So,
That's horrifying.
like I said, I can't remember if it was like a dream that I had about the show or if that was an actual thing that happened. But
I'm gonna look this up.
The last thing I can remember dropping on my head was we had this old
I can
dresser
remember.
that everybody had as a kid. We
never
had
had
it,
a
and I had
dresser.
like a 7. Well, you live in the attic. We had like a 60-pound box TV on top of this dresser.
I did have
I was
one of those.
climbing up. I was climbing up the dresser like any smart kid does. I was like, "Oh, this will hold me." I was probably like 8 years old.
Mhm.
It didn't hold me. The entire dresser fell over, and the box TV landed directly on top of me. I lay there for like 3 minutes, writhing in pain, until my parents came and got the TV off of me. We
thought
got
he
rid of the
was
dresser and the TV the same day. And then we
So-
nailed the dresser into we nailed the next dresser into the wall.
Okay. So there is a 1,000 Ways to Die episode called Miso Hornet.
What the fuck?
The plot line is a guy, JT, he wants to drink with his buddies and not do garden work. When he would always stop drinking, but he would always stop drinking when he sees the sexy Trixie, his wife. Blonde hair, pink shirt, and blue shorts made her look sexy, and so does her butt. Problem is, JT needs to shoot out the hornet's nest, which was hiding in their garden. JT needs to have sex with Trixie, who has loved him. So he decides to get rid of the hornet's nest. A rake
Just
is the only
ChatGPT
weapon.
this.
It could be. A rake
Sounds
is
like
the
it.
only weapon. He fails, but he lives in Texas. As it says, if you fail, hit the gun rack. JT decides to use it. His paintball gun. The hornet's nest comes off. Good news, the hornet's nest is off. Okay, that's a fucking stupid sentence. So JT can have sex with Trixie. Bad news. The hornets attack him. The awful news, he doesn't know much about himself. One of the things was that he has a fatal allergy to hornets. He dies of anaphylactic shock on the ground.
Yeah, that was not the episode I was thinking of.
That's why you have an EpiPen.
Well, quote, JT died a noble gunman fighting for the booty rights for his Texas maiden. Happy trails, cowboy.
I respect it. He crashed out for real, for real.
Quote. God, that was far from what my imagination cooked up as a child.
Yeah.
That's all the childhood trauma stories I could think of. John's dad almost drowned me one time in a pool.
Which time?
I was a kid.
Which
And
time?
I,
What do you mean?
I was
which
still, I was still swimming with floaties and everything. And I remember I was like, oh, I'm going to take them off. And then my first time I can do it. My dad turned around for a second, and John's dad does a cannonball into the water. I went under, and I was down there for like 3 minutes. Just like, oh, John's dad comes freaking dolphining up to me and picks me up. He was like, was that me? And I was all,
Yes.
too much sand in my lungs, uncle.
and then I put the floaties back on.
Yep.
Alex didn't want to drown after that. He had a fatal fear of water.
That makes sense.
Every time it rains, he hides under the bed.
I don't shower.
All right. I can't think of any more right now.
I haven't showered
Me
in 20
either.
years.
We'll have to do a part 2, Chance. Write them
well,
down.
this
we
went
conjure
from,
up some
like-
more.
This went from like childhood traumas to fucking just childhood stories.
Of trauma,
No.
yeah.
Just trauma.
And one adult story, I guess. You know what? I'll throw it on my list. Childhood trauma part 2. Any other closing stories?
No.
I already gave my closing stories.
Yeah.
No, nothing else. No comments.
I can't think of anything.
Part 2,
All right.
baby.
Part 2.
Part 2 is in the works eventually.
Maybe.
Sure, we'll get right on that. Anyway, this has been the Pretty Spectacular Men podcast.
Woo!
John, where can we find you?
June Boy basically everywhere, or Johnny Silvera for music stuff.
All right, Alex. Yeah, we can't find him. Never
Not
mind.
me
Shut
in
up.
America.
Don't find him. He will shoot you with his Glock 18.
California, to be more exact.
Yeah.
I really want to try out this
Here.
gun. Please come find me.
Yeah.
Can find me TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. New channel eventually.
Typological. I'm not gonna say the
Yep.
channel name.
Yep, youtube.com/typological. Instagram.com/official typological. TikTok.com/Danielson04. Twitch TV typological_.
Yep.
That's that. Yeah, we've been the Pretty Spectacular Men, and see ya.
Bye, guys.